Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
Drove me nuts today, and they just drive me nuts. Kids are fun. Both of them are not feeling too good, so they're super irritable, super cranky, so that's always fun. But I wanted to come on here because in honor of World Lupus Day, I wanted to share with you guys a little bit about myself. And it was just so much easier to share it live than via write it, because it would have been written forever. So fast forward about 2 weeks, which was the first week of May of 2010 when they diagnosed me with lupus. From there, I was lost. I had no idea what in the world lupus was. Of course, we turned to Google, and what's Google tell you? Google tells you you're gonna die. So in theory, I was freaking out. I was overreacting. I had all these things going on with me, and I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea. So at that time, I reached out to support groups on Facebook. I reached out to wherever I could, to the Lupus Foundation of North Carolina. So fast forward several months. During those several months, I saw multiple rheumatologists, all of them telling me I had lupus, and then finally being diagnosed also with fibromyalgia, which is another autoimmune disease. And at the same time, my friend, a mutual friend of mine, sent me a friend request about 8 months prior for Chris, my husband, and I deleted it. I had no interest in dating anyone. I wasn't looking for a boyfriend. I was working. I was goal-oriented. I was a dreamer. I have always been a dreamer. I've always wanted everything in life to be perfect. So anyway, fast forward, in a dark place, all of a sudden I get a friend request from Chris. I said, what the heck? I'll never meet him. He's just a Facebook friend. I have a million of them. Nothing's gonna come of it. Well, 2 weeks later, we finally meet on a blind date. From there, I couldn't get rid of him. I tried. He wouldn't go away. He was stuck. I drug him to a colonoscopy. I drug him to rheumatology appointment after rheumatology appointment. I drug him to my spinal tap, which was awful. I also met several friends through the Lupus Foundation. I met support groups, Lyme disease support groups, lupus, fibromyalgia, all of them. I've met some of my best friends today from those groups. And I don't think, I know I couldn't be where I'm at right now without a lot of them. With that being said, my husband and I had 2 beautiful girls, very healthy kids, little baby monsters, as I call them. But I was told I couldn't have kids. So I have 2 beautiful girls that I'm truly blessed with every day. So we moved to Colorado. We created a life for ourselves out here. Chris found an amazing job that fully takes care of him. Anything he needs, he's there. They appreciate, they respect him, which is huge for any job that you have. And we love it here. We've made such an amazing group of friends that we call family, friends that are closer to us than some family, friends who are there for us better than some family. Truly grateful for everything that has happened since my diagnosis. And I believe things happen for a reason. Don't mind me, I'm a hot mess express over here today. So, and it's gonna be fun trying to coordinate this with no function. That I've been thriving for about 20 months now, and I love it, as you can tell. I couldn't use it a week prior to surgery and a week after surgery because of the type of surgery I had. So that was pretty bad. Everyone around me was not happy. With the surgery, I have to take medicine to help with all the good stuff, and it's around the clock medicine. Literally, I get text messages. If I can turn my phone in to show you Chris's text messages, I'll post them in the comments. Every 4 hours, he's sending me a message to take my medicine. I'm horrible about reminding myself to take something that I have to take throughout the day.
What other bills do you guys have there?
Surgeries from neck surgery.
What happened to her neck?
Disc that was compressing down. There was nothing, there was no fluid that the spinal cord with the fluid to support it was just bone on bone. Mm-hmm. And she had the scar right here. Yeah, it was last year because I remember Christina from Hawaii came to help, and it was during football season.
Okay.
So I think it was last August, September, October, somewhere around there.
Okay. So fairly recently.
Yeah.
Okay. So what other big bills do you guys have?
CCs, endoscopies for EOE, because she had acid reflux.
Okay.
And allergy testing, and CC had a clogged tear duct. And
I had that too. That was not fun.
yeah, tubes in their ears, and their adenoids removed.
Oh goodness.
So there was that.
How long have you worked for Anadarko?
January 2015.
So,
About 3.5 years, almost.
yeah. Do you like it there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked for Covenant Testing Technologies before that.
Well, what is that for?
That's a contract company for oil and gas.
Oh, okay.
Before that, I worked for Ford for 11 years as a technician.
Oh my goodness. So does that translate into
No, well,
Darko stuff?
it's mechanical. I mean, I like to fix things. And when I moved out here, I worked at Longmont Ford.
Okay.
And I moved up pretty fast there, but I hit that kind of plateau, that kind of just I couldn't go, it got stagnant.
Mm-hmm.
And I was having this carpal tunnel syndrome, both my hands, and I mean it was bad. I was doing this all day, it was bad.
Yeah.
So,
you still have that? I don't even know. Can you get rid of carpal tunnel?
Oh, it was just the onset of it. It wasn't full on, I need to have surgery type thing.
And the little Celeste had allergies to nuts, tree nuts, very allergic to them, very allergic to them. She had 2 EpiPens she had to carry with her.
How about any mental conditions or any psychiatric help or anything like that she had when she was growing up?
No.
Never heard of anything, or heard of her going to a psychologist or psychiatrist or
I
counselor or anything like that?
Not that I can recall.
Did she ever have any problems with the pregnancies with Bella and Celeste?
Bella, she had, I don't think she had, she may have a little bit of a, whatever normal pregnancy, but Celeste, she did have more pain. She had different things with Bella. Celeste, sorry, I'm not
That's
a woman, so I don't know all the medical terms for what they had, but I know she had problems. That's why we were worried about her having a third one, because plus her having the lupus and everything else, it's very rare that someone that has lupus will get pregnant. And she did, and then she had another one. And then when I heard she was having another one, I'm like, Shannon, you sure? We're worried about you. Even with Celeste, we was like, because she probably did have a problem with Bella, that's why we're so worried about it with Celeste. And I'm fine. And, parents are worried about, your daughter.
Right.
I want a baby, but, you come first.
Right.
So yeah, she probably did have some medical issues with them. Between having the baby on the spine and giving her the problems, I don't think the neck problem was part of that. It may have been. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. How about after the pregnancy, postpartum depression, anything like that? No.
No.
How about Chris? Do you know if he had any medical issues?
I know he had, besides a hernia or something like that, but,
No, ongoing medical issues?
not that I know of.
How about psychiatric or?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. He never went to a doctor for anything that I know of, but I forgot. Shannon said something was with him. Or, I don't know, but I don't know nothing.
Okay. And how about with the kids? Ongoing medical issues. I know Celeste had
some allergies to
allergies.
The nuts.
Tree nuts. Is that right?
Yeah, they had some other allergies to grass and all that other stuff. Bella had, she was little, she was allergic to eggs. And she couldn't have the milk, she had to have another milk, but she put them all through, and Celeste also had a problem with her throat, because they had to put her, did a test on her throat when she was little, because she was having a hard time swallowing. But that went away.
Okay.
Boy, that went away.
That was Celeste, you said?
Yeah. Bella had, they had a little bit of allergy type things, but nothing that. Celeste was the main one right now.
Yeah.
Because of the nuts. So
Did Bella's allergy go away?
Bella's allergy, after because they never gave her eggs anyway, so,
okay.
She couldn't have like cakes or nothing, because even if it was cooked, her throat would get a little bit clogged up. I mean, mine does that too, but it's, Shannon was no, so Bella was pretty much, there was really nothing that I can recall that she couldn't eat. But Celeste was really the one we were worried about.
I know you said she had lupus, fibromyalgia,
She had lupus,
migraines.
fibromyalgia, migraines. She just recently, a year or so ago, had neck surgery. She had, they had replaced something in her back for her neck. I mean, she probably had more diseases that, she rattles them on, but I don't remember everything she said,
Right. Okay. Has she always been that way? I mean, she had a lot of medical issues when she was a kid?
Well, when she was a kid, see, we didn't know anything, so when she was a baby, or she was a kid, even a teenager, we took her to all these doctors, because she always had migraines, always, bad migraines. I mean, she had to go to the hospital. She took those real strong pills and everything else, and she used to go get shots and all this for it. And we took her to all kind of doctors when she was little, brain surgeons. We took her to everybody to find out why she kept having these problems, and nobody could find out until one day when she was living in Charlotte. She went to a doctor, and they happened to test her for it, and they found out she had it. I mean, that was just a godsend there that somebody actually took the test and did it.
And that's when they found out she had
lupus.
The lupus, okay. Gotcha.
She had to have surgery, so I flew from Hawaii and stayed with her for 2 months, helping her with the kids and everything in the house and whatnot.
So, would you describe her, was she your best friend?
Yes, she's like my sister.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't have never stopped my life for 2 months for someone I didn't love.
I understand that.
I took my daughter with me. Last year, and I went and took care of her baby girls, took them to school. I was her right-hand person until she was healthy enough, and I left in October.
The prior pregnancy, do you know what kind of, just like morning sickness you mean, or like other health issues?
Well, she said that she had lupus, and what was the other one? Fibromyalgia, so she had it's just a lot of body pain.
She has migraines a lot.
Migraines.
Before they had Bella, she mentioned that the doctor said she'd never even be able to have kids.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She had, those problems. But I know that her...
She's always been a little weird to me by way of...
health issues.
Yeah.
And the girls have health issues too, which isn't, I
worry that her life, if I'm being real, I really worry that she doesn't have any of the issues she says she has. That causes me to believe that she's got a different issue completely.
What do you mean by that?
It almost felt to me like every time a commercial came on TV, she had that disease.
Oh, okay.
And doctors say I'm never going to have kids. And then you're on your third one. But I'm pretty, I don't know, I'm weird about that stuff too. I don't believe everybody has everything they say they have.
Yeah.
But for her to have everything, I don't think so.
I mean, whenever something health-wise came up with the girls, I mean, you could tell something was up. He'd tell Luke and tell us, like, hey, the girls are in the hospital, or so on and so forth. And,
would he go, or would he have to continue working?
Luke's pretty good about letting us go out of the field, taking time off.
He was a guy that didn't miss work. And if he did, it was because his daughters were sick, or it was something with watching the kids. Mm-hmm. He'd leave early because his daughters were sick, or they did have a lot of health problems. I remember that through the years.
You ever saying what those health problems were?
Luke, my foreman, had said in the past, but I couldn't remember. There was a time where they were really sick, and everyone in the group pitched in $20 to get the girls like pillows, or like chairs that turn into animals or something like that. Like, it was pretty bad at one point, but they were having health issues. I knew that.
I know both of his kids have been pretty sick over the past couple of years, so, he would talk a little bit about the stress that puts on him and his wife especially, but never really got into any detail or anything like that.
2010. In May of 2010, Shanann was diagnosed with lupus and fibromyalgia. August the 10th, 2010, was her very first date with Chris Watts. In September of 2010, she quits Dirty South due to complications with the lupus and the fibromyalgia, and Chris also moves in with her. In November of 2010, she goes to work for the clothing company Guess, and then she starts her job as a nanny for the Dietz family. On her Facebook, there was really not a lot of traffic, not a lot of things going on until August, right after she started going out with Chris. Her first post that I have found, August the 25th, 2010, she says she was at 3 doctors that day, and she thinks she's doctored out, and they are expensive. She says she could have bought shoes, an outfit, and accessories. And then on August the 31st, she says she's going to hit the gym and the steam room, and maybe it's going to make her feel better. These aches and pains have to go, and the joint. This shit is for the birds. September the 4th, can't sleep like usual. I'm up at 4, probably for the rest of the day. Please make me sleep. September the 6th, 2010. Been up with a migraine and a fever. Fun. Getting ready to do the walk for lupus in Fayetteville with a fever, major joint pain on my left side, and exhausted. This should be interesting. September the 27th. As I look around all these doctors' offices, no one reads magazines anymore. We are all on cell phones. What is the world coming to? Again, September the 27th. I have a field day with 4 doctors and pharmacists. I don't even think people know that many doctors by my age. I wouldn't complain if they looked like McSteamy or McDreamly, just saying. November the 1st. I am so hungry. I haven't eaten since 8 p.m. last night, and I can't eat until tomorrow afternoon. I bet the doctors do not practice what they order. Only Jell-O and water for 2 days? Are you serious? Oh my God, I need food. November the 3rd. I just go blank when doctor walks in the room. When you start talking about how you feel and their eyes and facial expressions change, I go blank. I don't want to complain or vent or be a burden. I need to get over it. November the 3rd. I would take any pain than my legs and feet. I can't function right with my legs swelling or my feet hurting. On my feet 2 hours and I want to chop them off. Doctor was useless today. Try this medicine and see if it helps. Can take a few weeks though. Are you serious? Any suggestions, loopy friends? Adrian Dennis and lupus doctor both told me that the lupus is attacking my mouth organs, or whatever you want to call it. And it really sucks if you ask me. Half my mouth has been screwed up in the last 2 years. Prior to that, nothing major. Let me know what I need to do about the other stuff that we were working on. Text me. November the 18th. Just leaving for work. I'm hungry and in major pain. Tried telling the doctor today that the new meds he put me on didn't help with the inflammation nor the extreme pain. Guess what? He was off today. LOL. He will be in tomorrow. Gotta love it. December the 1st. So I have no more voice. I had it at 6. Coughing, congested, migraine, and earache. Oh yeah, just got home from work, so I can't walk because my feet and legs are burning. I think it's bedtime for real. Let's see if I can sleep. December the 6th, 2010. I've never had a cold so bad in my life. I almost went to the hospital last night. Lupus, you're a bitch. And you are keeping me seriously ill right now, and I hate you. And so do all my loopy friends. Can't do another night like last night. Back to December the 5th. Parents brought me the best tree ever. I had a wonderful time decorating the tree with the family. The tree is beautiful. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Now I'm going to try to rest because this cold or whatever it is kicking my ass. Thank you, Lupus, for contributing. With you bad leg pain and achiness, I freaking love you. December the 22nd. Dear Lupus and Sjogren's, I really like my sleep, especially between the hours of 11 and 7. If we can try that schedule one of these nights, it would make me happy. And maybe I might like you just a little more. Let's try this new schedule tonight and see what you think. If you're good, I will give you those pills that make me have weird cravings and make me gain all this unwanted weight that you like to put on my ass. Love, Shanann. 2011, February the 24th. I really shouldn't be hanging out in this waiting area at the doctor's office waiting for my echo with an autoimmune disease. June the 17th. Okay, I have 2 days to read 360 pages and study for the Kaplan Nursing Entrance Exam. Between my lupus fog and memory loss and my wonder drugs, I need as much help as I can get to focus and remember this stuff. With my luck, Monday morning will be serious lupus drugs memory labs. Completely will forget why I'm there. Wish me luck. I will need it. I'm going in now. June the 30th. Did I mention how much I love getting my MRI done with a migraine? July the 24th. Well, so far, I have cleaned both bathrooms, upstairs, cleaned out the pantry, 1 load of colors, dishes, and now I have my coffee in one hand and I'm headed to organize the garage. I just love insomnia. Wants to join me between migraines and fevers. This weekend, my butt should be in bed. But no, my brain is saying, why are you laying here? I give up on trying to sleep. August the 15th. And this is her posting to the Cycling Across America. All I'm asking for is $25. I'm fighting to find a cure for this awful disease. I just spent $500 in prescriptions. And this is for the 2011 Walk for Lupus Now. August the 23rd. I just had my stuff in my showcase at work fall down and my wheel display shake. The whole building was shaking. Okay, I didn't want to say anything because I thought I was going crazy from my drugs. I'm moving to Colorado where it's just cold. August the 22nd. Again, a 2011 Walk for Lupus Now. I was diagnosed with lupus over a year ago. Since then, my immune system has been so weak. I have attracted Sjogren's and fibromyalgia. I have been to more doctors in this last year than most people see in a lifetime. I am lucky these days to get through the day pain-free. Right now, I am dealing with really bad memory loss and problems swallowing food. Please help me raise awareness and money to help people like me put a stop. August the 25th. I was up most of last night with a fever. Body was so achy I was in tears. I'm only 27 and I'm taking 27 pills a day, and that's not including my vitamins. And I am still in a lot of pain. I wish I can go back in time and enjoy the last 10 years of my life If I knew I would be like this at this age. We need all the help we can get. $5 isn't much to ask for. It's a good cause. Please join me in supporting a great cause. Shanann Watts is at the Presbyterian School of Nursing, September the 21st, 2011. Quiz, yay. Lupus, fibro, memory acting up today. This should be fun. Yay for me. November the 9th. Well, chili is on the stove for Chris when he gets off. I have clinicals at 10 p.m. Just hope I can find the energy to get through tonight. I want my pain to magically disappear till midnight like Cinderella. November the 16th. Gotta love a beautiful day of clouds, rain, and thunder following yesterday's 75 degrees and sunny weather. My body is celebrating with a fever, knee swelling, and back pain. Thanks, Mr. Weather. Shanann is at the Presbyterian Healthcare, November the 16th. Let's see what kind of fun I can get into tonight at clinicals with my wonderful knee and elbow. December the 12th. Was actually having a good morning. I woke up, no migraine, somewhat relaxed, went to the chiropractor, and she loosened me up more. Was headed out to do what I had to while I had a positive energy. Driving on 77 North till a kid ran into my car. She apparently was about to miss her exit, so she pulled her Lancer over too fast. Slammed on my brakes, didn't help. She also said to the cop, "She is supposed to yell to me." No, sweetheart, you are the one changing lanes. You yell to me, idiot. Gotta love it. So needless to say, I have a migraine and neck is back to being tighter than before. December the 12th, 2011. Chris needs to hurry home. I wrote out 50 Christmas cards today, and I need him to lick the envelopes. I have no saliva, so I can't do it. Sorry, Chris. Doctor said no licking for me, so you're going to have to lick forever tonight. 50 envelopes. Shanann is at the Horizon Eye Care. Plequenil is all I have to say. December the 20th. Chris just got out of surgery. Everything went well. He got his Christmas present. He will finally be able to breathe through his nose for the first time ever. He might sound different. He had septoplasty surgery. They are shaving his septum down and drilling his turbinates. He can breathe through his nose. He's been that way his whole life. It's not his sinuses. His airways were inflamed and nose grew bent, and it was blocking his airflow on one side more than the other. Yes, he is in pain, but he's okay. Hope you have a great holiday and love you too. 2012, January the 3rd, 2012. Waiting in line for handicap tag. You would think they would employ more help. Instead, they have 3 employees. DMV. January the 10th. I can deal with aches and pains most of the time, but chronic exhaustion will hold me back from getting through this ASN program and passing it. I know my loopy and fibro friends know exactly what the feeling is like. I need suggestions, please. Pretty please. January the 20th. I thought this week couldn't get worse, but it did. I spent the night literally in the bathroom with some kind of virus. Didn't get any sleep. Had to be at school at the butt crack of dawn for clinicals. Thanks, Tony. I have been in a flare since I quit Dirty South, and it's just getting worse. But I'm okay. I was dead tired in clinical. I don't know why I am still up at 1 a.m. because I did not get sleep last night. I'm doing that. The exhaustion isn't from school yet. It's something I have been fighting with, whatever it is that I have. It's a different exhaustion. Thank you. Love you too. My mom had cancer on her thyroid at 20. Wow. Yeah. I've had a year from hell. First I was diagnosed with lupus. Then they added Sjogren's, then endometriosis, and now they have added hypothyroid. But I do the same. Can only live for the moment. Where do you live? February the 16th. Leaving hospital now to do some intense research on my patient. And I will be back at 6 a.m. to start again. Next time I will bring an overnight bag. February the 23rd. I'm not a mean person, but the next person that tries to tell me that I cannot eat something is going to get slapped. I'd like to see you stop eating gluten and work or go to school from 6 to 9 daily. When you do it, let me know. And then someone down here tells her, if you're celiac, you'll only hurt yourself. There are tasty replacements. It just takes adjusting. April the 24th. I want to thank Mr. F. Lupus and his pain in the ass friends this morning. I went to brush my teeth with my medicated face lotion for my rosacea. Was not as minty as Crest and did not moisten my mouth, so thanks. Tasted and took 3 brushes to get the taste out. The middle finger to you guys. April 25th, posting to the support group Celiac. She says, I need help with celiac information. I have recently diagnosed and I'm very confused and I just lost my medical insurance. And they reply telling her to visit their website. August the 28th, Broomfield, Colorado. Yep, this is Chris's shin after a softball game tonight. Yep, the size of a softball too, even after icing for 30 minutes. 2013, January the 27th, 2013. Yep, you can tell I have a buzz. My rosacea is acting up. May the 29th, 2013. What do you get with rain and pregnant lupus girl off of meds? Anyone want to guess? The pregnant part of me is fine. It's the fact I'm off all my lupus meds. June the 27th, 2013. Well, I'm off to work. See how well I will make it today. I was up at 4:30 with the worst migraine and up at 6:30 with the worst migraine. I hate migraines. I took and did every kind of meds and remedies and still cannot kick this damn thing. December the 6th, 2013. This will be the first year in many years that I will not be sending out Christmas cards. I'm sorry, but I currently have carpal tunnel in my right hand according to my doctor. So when I write, my hands go really numb and painful. But I love all of you. 2014. In 2014, Chris also developed carpal tunnel in both of his hands. Shanann was the one that told him he had carpal tunnel and he needed to stop work being a mechanic at Longmont and start looking into going to work in the oil fields so the carpal tunnel didn't hurt him as bad. August the 25th, 2014. My poor baby is sick. Talking about Bella. She can't breathe through her nose. She's so congested. I have her in the swing in our room tonight, and I hear her breathing over my rain machine. She's 12 feet away from me. Poor baby. This is the first time she's ever been sick. I'm just glad she's able to sleep right now. I can't. And Bella was born in December, I think it was the 17th of 2013. September the 29th. Bella just can't catch a break. Back-to-back sick for over a month. 10-day cold, 15-day diarrhea, and now we are on day 3 of a cold again. She sounds like a bulldog. A cute one. I'm just glad she's still sleeping through the night. She needs it. Can't wait to wake her and suction the gunk out of her. If you can't find us, we will be steaming. December the 13th, 2014. Food poisoning is just what we need the day of Bella's birthday party. 2015. Okay, to begin with, we're going to start with page 4. That's in the discovery of Sandy Rusek's letter to Detective Baumhofer. And she goes, Shanann got pregnant with Celeste, and the pregnancy was really rough on Shanann with her lupus. Very high-risk pregnancy again, but only this one was worse for Shanann. Water weight gain, severe back pain, shortness of breath, pains in her chest, fatigue, and exhaustion. My husband and I sold everything but our house and moved out to live with them to help our daughter in every way we could. Frank and I had to work to pay our own bills too. We were there for 15 months. Bella and Celeste were back and forth to doctors and misdiagnosed for 2 years. I told Shanann that they had asthma and that she needed to fire that doctor's. One day she went in and the PA was there and she diagnosed them with asthma. Finally, the girls were doing great, other than earplugs put in and girls being very allergic to tree nuts, which would have caused them death. And page 6 says Celeste was born with her esophagus too small. They went in 3 times to enlarge it. steroids like crazy to help her breathe for 1.5 years or longer, all until they were diagnosed with asthma. Then Shanann with her neck surgery, which out of pocket $25,000. That's why they were in so much debt. January the 14th, 2015. Shanann is feeling pained. She's talking to someone named Robert. She says, I'm on Imitrex and injections, but not 100% proven safe while pregnant. I was about the same age when mine started. They have been manageable since moving to Colorado. My last doctor was okay with me taking while pregnant sparingly, but I'm still so early in the pregnancy. January the 16th, 2015. Wore her out this morning between gym, doctor, and mall. Covered her eyes like a face mask. Silly girl. January the 18th. It's absolutely beautiful out and Bella's sick. January the 19th. Grocery store for more Pedialyte and dinner. Sick and she's still happy. January the 27th. I think this means I'm congested and my head hurts. May the 19th. Pouring out plus sick happy kiddo equals pajama kind of day. April the 23rd. I absolutely love being pregnant. I love everything about it minus the pain this time around. I think I could be a perfect surrogate. Hashtag surrogate. Hashtag love being pregnant. September the 15th. And this is to the Familia Mediterranean Fever group on Facebook. Hi, my name is Shanann, and my 21-month-old daughter has been having low-grade fevers pretty much daily since June. We have been through infectious care, consulted with rheumatology, and currently being seen with hematology. All tests came back negative. Hematologist has me documenting her fevers every day at the same time for 2 months and go back to see him at the end. He wants to see if there is a pattern. He thinks she has FMF. I don't know anything about it except what I've read on the internet. I was hoping to find a groups where I can learn more about it. It's hard to know what hurts her. November the 5th, follow up with the doctor at Children's Hospital in Colorado. 2016, January the 5th. Loving my 6 snuggles, especially since my girls prefer sleeping alone. They will take me when sick. February the 5th. Stomach virus has struck our house again. Poor Cece. February the 14th. Again, touching base with the Familia Mediterranean Fever group on Facebook. So I feel like we are at square one. My daughter had DNA tested for periodic fever syndrome. It came back with 1 mutation for it. We are set up to see genetic counselor to talk about more testing. I don't mind doing tests, but these are not cheap tests. I feel like they don't have a game plan. My daughter is 2 years old and only runs a consistent fever almost every day. Currently, no other symptoms that I know about. Bella loved having adjustments today from the doctor. She trusts him enough to lay down. I'm not sure what kind of doctor this is. It looks like she's getting some kind of injection into her back, spine. March the 27th. And this is some lady's post on the Familia Mediterranean Fever website. Shanann says she is 2. We see genetics on the 7th. They want to run more tests. This person replies to her and says, I understand why you are looking for alternatives, Shanann. There isn't much that you can give a child at that age. Is she on C? And how much? Shanann says they won't put her on anything yet, which is frustrating. They want to rule out everything else first. She has 1 mutation for FMF. If everything comes back negative, he's going to put her on it and treat her from there. I guess it's been a long year, to say the least. April the 7th, Children's Hospital, Colorado. 4 hours in the same room with doctors for the girls will make you go crazy. Hashtag thankful for my thrive. Hashtag long day. Hashtag have to be a little crazy. May the 14th. Bella said she was hot. Temp she had. Smart kid. May the 19th. Need my hashtag thrive today with this kid. Hashtag 3 kids under 2. Hashtag hands full. Hashtag hate her favors. Hashtag need to put my face on. Hashtag messy hair. June the 22nd at the Rocky Mountain Hospital for Children in Denver, Colorado. One of them is at least happy. Hashtag poor Celeste. June the 23rd, 2016. Had to wake her up from a nap to take Celeste to get the upper GI x-ray. July the 26th. Posting to the Familia Mediterranean Fever support group again. So I have a question for you guys. My 2 girls are still not 100% diagnosed, but they are leaning towards FMF. My 2-year-old is now voicing more of what is bothering her. My question is, her overheats quickly in even just warm temperatures and freezes in cooler temperature. It is like her body temp doesn't regulate properly. She shuts down and looks sick when she is too cold or too hot. Is this part of FMF or is this different? They just checked her thyroid and they said it looks normal. Thanks in advance. One person replies and says, yes, for my girl. Shanann replies back and says, so it's FMF. I feel so bad for her when we do anything outside. Freezes at the pool, playing soccer outdoors in May was a struggle. July the 8th, Avista Aventis Hospital in Louisville, Colorado. On to the next specialist with a picture of Cece. July the 12th, 2016, Aurora, Colorado. Why do 4-hour appointments have to be during nap time? July the 21st, I see many hospital visits for this crazy monkey. Walking plus corner wall equals major egg. Hashtag my boy child. Hashtag my daredevil. Hashtag walking equals more injuries. Hashtag fun times. July the 22nd. From Louisville, Colorado. Checked in at the Centennial Valley Pediatrics. Why did I set both girls' checkups and shots, blood draw, for the same day when I'm alone at appointments? Not enough hands. Hashtag one kid cries, the other cries. Hashtag black label save me. After they drew blood from Bella, she said, Cece's turn. Cece, 1-year checkup, 22 pounds, 15 ounces, 30 inches. Bella's 2.5-year check, 29 pounds, 5 ounces, 38 inches. July the 12th, 2016. 4 hours, 4 doctors, 6 nurses later, this kid is done. Sleeping before we pulled out of the parking lot. And then again, I'm not sure the date on this because it really doesn't say, but it is Shanann talking in the FMF support group. It says, I'm new with the FMF. We haven't been diagnosed yet, but that's what they are leaning towards. Do you mind if I ask how you found out your 2-year-old had it? Symptoms? My daughter is 21 months old. I'm sorry to hear about your daughter. My 21-month-old daughter hasn't been diagnosed yet, but FMF is what her current doctor is leaning towards. What type of symptoms was your daughter having the first year? I don't think my daughter's doctors believe me. She normally doesn't run fevers in their office, but she gets up to 100.7 to 101.5 most days. Do you mind if I pick your brain? We haven't had a diagnosis yet, but they have me documenting for 2 months, then more testing. August the 4th, 2016, Aurora, Colorado, Children's Hospital. Between work and the girls' appointments, I think we need to move to Aurora. We already live here. Ophthalmology for Celeste. Procedure next month for blocked tear duct. September the 7th, 2016. Mama's thriving to keep up with 2 sick kiddos. Hashtag Mama needs to feel great. Hashtag energy. Hashtag thrive. September the 8th, 2016. After a long day with 2 sick kids, you have to find humor in the bubbles. September the 8th, 2016. I'm ready for this cold to kick the bucket with my girls. Up all night long, back and forth to each bedroom, trying to keep them breathing better, soothe their cough, and comfort them. Here's to my Boostivate, to keep me healthy, to fight off their germs, and give me the energy to keep going. Hate them feeling so bad and miserable. Hashtag thrive. Hashtag activate. Hashtag boost. Hashtag mommy life. Hashtag sick kids. September the 13th, 2016. Almost at hospital for Celeste's eye procedure, tear duct. She has cried all 45 minutes to the hospital so far. Needless to say, she's pissed that we woke her up at 4 a.m. Special treats later for Cece. September the 13th, again. Patiently waiting for procedure, they pushed her back almost 4 hours. Don't know when they are taking her back. Finally got her to sleep. She's so thirsty and hungry. Hashtag mommy's not happy. Hashtag she's hungry and thirsty. Hashtag poor kid. Again, September the 13th. What a long morning. Woke up at 4 a.m. to take Celeste to have her tear duct probed. She was scheduled for 7:30 and pushed back to 10:50. Finally, just getting home, and she snuggled me, and I enjoyed it. Now, she's back to her wild self. September the 21st. 2 sick, cranky, both crying for mommy kids. All I can do is slap on my black label and embrace it. Today is the last day for my amazing offer with Thrive. Message me. September the 26th. Children's Hospital, North Campus in Broomfield, Colorado. Well, pneumonia it is. September the 30th. Checking in at Orchard Dental Group and Orthodontics. Bella's first dentist appointment. 16.5 teeth, no cavities. Hashtag no cavities. November the 2nd. Stomach bug has struck this little girl. She woke up wanting my snuggles. December the 8th. So my days are extremely busy these days. Since Celeste started walking 6 months ago. Between the girls running temps this morning, Celeste is EOE acting up, and them fighting like grown teenagers, on top of vacuuming 3 loads of laundry, fixing garbage disposal so it drains 3 ways, thrivers know, preparing for team call tonight, and cooking dinner. It's a madhouse every day. Girls sleep usually 12 to 3 daily. Well, today, Celeste slept 1.5 and decided to wait 15 minutes into applying hair color. And I'm out of gloves, so my hands are purple. Celeste wanted mommy because she isn't feeling well. Hashtag real talk. Hashtag Thrive keeps me sane. Hashtag thank you. Hashtag Thrive. Hashtag less stress. Hashtag more patience. Hashtag nicer mommy. Hashtag time out 6 times this morning. Hashtag Thrive. Hashtag makes me hashtag happier. Hashtag Celeste isn't sure about hair. Hashtag no makeup. Hashtag don't care. Hashtag struggle is real. December the 10th. Checking in at Children's Hospital, Colorado, North Campus in Broomfield, Colorado. Safe to say that Celeste has a severe allergy to cashews. She had 2 small Tic Tac sized cashews and had an anaphylaxis reaction. Vomited all over me, gave her a bath, quick one, as I thought she was getting stomach virus, and then saw hives all over her mouth and cheeks, rushed her to Children's. December the 15th. We just said goodbye to the girl's pediatrician. He's moving. Such a great pediatric doctor. Bella and Celeste are growing well. December the 18th. Checked in at Children's Hospital, North Campus, Broomfield, Colorado. Bella's turn. She's been asking to go to the hospital all week like Cece. Well, here we are. Croup and ear infection it is. Hashtag need frequent flyer card. Hashtag they know us by name. December the 19th. Not even croup can take this kid's spirit away. Doc said she's a very happy, energetic kid, even with croup. Hashtag no break ever for mom. Hashtag busy kid. December the 23rd. I'm back. Yes, I was hacked last night during my team call. Was not cool at all. Way to distract me even more than my sick kid coughing on my lap. But I still had a kick-ass team call. 2017. Bella has been up since 3 a.m. Celeste since 4 a.m. coughing. Celeste will only nap in my arms during the day, and Bella thankfully is napping by herself right now. All I want is a shower. I am awake and good, thanks to Thrive, and also, so far, healthy. Hashtag my baby. Hashtag precious moments. Hashtag my baby girl. Hashtag love. Hashtag sick kids. Hashtag Thrive. January the 12th, 2017. Oh my God, I hate it every time. She's definitely allergic to tree nuts. This is 5 minutes later, and not even the whole 15 minutes. And this is going to be Bella. And this is Celeste. Holy allergies. Add allergic to dog, cat, and mold. January the 28th. Both girls are sick. No sleep here. Thank you. Hashtag Thrive. January the 28th. Hardly any sleep the last 2 nights because the girls are sick. No nap today because the girls are sick. Off to work for a 12-hour shift. Thank you. Hashtag Thrive. And hashtag Activate. Get Bella in school. You will have a break, they said. But her being sick and getting her sister sick isn't a break. Boy, am I glad I thrive. I'm staying healthy and keeping up with the energy to handle their mood swings while both being sick. Hashtag love, hashtag Thrive Experience, hashtag Healthy Mama, hashtag Sick Kids, hashtag Preschool, hashtag Germs, hashtag Yuck, hashtag My Baby Girls, hashtag Mama Winning. January the 28th, 2017. March the 13th. This man completes me. He is super dad and an amazing husband. We have 2 sick kiddos, and he's been such a great help so I can run errands, help my team, and have a break as well on his days off. We make an amazing team. Thriving couples get things done. Hashtag Thrive. March the 22nd. Decano, Colorado. Well, Dieter is at the vet till later. Based on exam, she thinks it's a few slip discs that will need 6 weeks of resting and meds for pain. They are doing x-ray and blood work to rule out infection or anything else. He pooped on the floor there, so she was happy that he can poop. His temp was 103 when he got there, but they think it's from him being anxious. We will see tonight when I go pick him up. Thankful she said no surgery. Her brother replies and says, all dogs' temp is 103. The realtor, Ann, says, how is Dieter? And Shanann says he seems better this morning, but he has inflammatory meds in him right now. Update on Dieter. He has intervertebral disc disease, IVDD. 6 weeks of crate rest and meds. Shanann says this is a condition where the cushioning disc between the vertebrae and the spinal column either bulge or burst, herniate into the spinal cord space. April 1st. Sick kids had me up most of the night, but that isn't stopping me today. Defusing some lavender and helping my team crush some major goals this month. Hashtag Thrive Oils, hashtag LV Rockstars. May the 7th. I love that I don't have to dread calling into work because my daughter isn't feeling well. I can hold my baby and help my team and customers. Hashtag Don't feel guilty anymore for calling out. Hashtag Lavelle. July the 21st. This week has been kind of a blur. Monday, Bella developed a cough. Tuesday, we were admitted because she was having a difficult time breathing and oxygen was dropping quickly. Took both kiddos to a new provider and now being treated for asthma and viral pneumonia. Long days and nights this week. I'm really happy our new provider is on top of helping us as we go through winter and is on top of things. Very little sleep this week and a lot of emotions. Hashtag Thrive has kept me focused, energized, and rested. Nurse offered coffee multiple times and didn't need it. She was very impressed. Hashtag blessed, hashtag grateful, hashtag energized, hashtag thrive, hashtag Lavelle. It's been a long year. I'm glad our insurance doesn't need referral because I just made the appointment. I went with my gut. Christina Meacham lived with Chris and Shanann in 2017 for 2 months when Shanann had surgery to help take care of the kids. August the 24th, Christina and Shanann eating dinner and networking. August the 25th, 2017, Shanann and Christina watching The Dark Tower at the AMC Flatiron movie theater. Shanann says movies to finish the night off. Chris was an amazing sport and took care of all 3 girls, all in bed by 7 p.m. still. He rocks. August the 26th. This is what happens when we let Chris watch the girls while we run errands, network, and get things done. Girls have their sassiness on full power. August the 30th. This is Chris. I wanted to let everyone know that Shanann's anterior cervical dissection and fusion ACDF with neck surgery yesterday went well. She is going to be staying another night. She's in a lot of pain, but she's doing good. She's strong and still trying to help others. Thank you everyone for prayers and checking in on her. September the 3rd. I love my girl. Since I've been home, Bella has been applying ice to her neck. She says it hurts her too. She hasn't left my side and she tells her daddy what I need to make me feel better. She is the sweetest little girl ever. I love how she doesn't want to leave my side and she just wants to lay with me. I love her so much and it's so adorable. September the 7th. Dinner last night with good friends. September. Everyone is asking me how I'm out of bed. Well, let's just say Thrive takes good care. Hashtag DFT is on my shoulders. Hashtag inflammation support. Hashtag discomfort support. Hashtag energy. Hashtag I feel good. Hashtag no more zombie. Hashtag I need my hair colored. September the 22nd. Road tripping to Las Vegas for Team Relentless yearly celebration. Current status, Hanging Lake, Colorado. September the 23rd. Enterprise, Nevada. Shanann Watts, Christina Meacham. September the 24th. While in Vegas, Chris Collins asked me what happened to my neck, and I told him disc was replaced, and he said, "Tell people you were bit by a shark on a trip to Australia." So I did that the rest of the day yesterday, and the looks I got from everyone was priceless. Hashtag shark attack. Hashtag shark bite. October the words can't express how grateful I am to have such incredible friends in my life, especially when they drop everything and fly from Hawaii to Denver to help me and my kids for 6 weeks due to my neck surgery. We are truly going to miss Christina and Coral. When we dropped them off today, Celeste cried hysterically to the point of hyperventilating, screaming, "Tina!" We all cried. Now we have to take the kids to Hawaii for 2 months. Love you both. Hashtag benefits of being your own boss. Hashtag work from your mobile device. Hashtag best October the 7th. 'Tis the season. I'm so happy we have the nebulizers this year, so we don't have to spend fall and winter at Children's Hospital. Kiddos are sick. October the 9th, 2016. Great time last night with some amazing friends. November the 11th. This is real life. Up at 5 a.m. with 2 sick kiddos. Boy, am I happy to have Thrive on my side. Energy and patience to take care of them and deal with the emotional neediness of 2 toddlers. Oh, and the fighting that still happens, sick or not. Hashtag Thrive. Hashtag Lavelle. Hashtag energy. Hashtag mood support. And this was Celeste's thoughts on allergy skin testing and blood drawn, not for 1 arm, but 2, because 1 arm was being difficult. Still holding on to the bear that they gave her and sleeping. 2018, January the 21st, baby number 2 sick. Celeste, day 3 of high temps. Bella, day 1. We have a semi-blizzard outside, and my body isn't hurting. And with little sleep last night because of the girls, I'm feeling good, and I'm able to take good care of them. Hashtag Thrive. Hashtag 2 sick is at Children's Hospital, Colorado, North Campus in Broomfield. Finally have a doctor that I am extremely happy with. Both girls are scheduled to have tubes and their adenoids removed. Finally, I feel like we are getting ahead of all of this. March the 14th, cuddling the girls tonight before going into surgery in the AM. March the 15th, Celeste and Bella are ready for their bilateral air tubes and their adenoids removed. These girls share everything. Hashtag sharing is caring. Today, I took 3 simple steps and I feel good. Love my Thrive. I can be awake and focused for my girls. March the 22nd is in Children's Hospital in Aurora, Colorado. Oh my God, this kid. Environmental allergy testing about to go down. I'm so grateful I can go to her weekly and daily appointments. I'm my own boss, and I can always be there for my kids. April the 6th. She finally ate half a bagel this morning and is keeping everything down. She's just tired and weak. She's been watching movies all morning and resting. I am cherishing this moment as she sleeps on me. Hashtag her first stomach bug. Hashtag poor baby. And that is a picture of Bella. This is June. This is from 2015. I'm not sure how it got here, but it says, Celeste must want to keep tradition going. Bad migraine since lunch yesterday. Worked through it and working through it today too. Tried everything, including a half of an Imitrex. Damn you, son. Shanann Watts recommends hot off the press. Shanann is asked, are you still doing Thrive while pregnant? And Shanann says, yes, ma'am. She is told, well, I was advised to stop. Shanann says, my midwife and OB approved it. And she says, oh, okay. This was on June the 21st of 2018. July the 30th, 2018. 9:18 a.m. This is per the Discovery. Shanann sent Chris 3 images of swelling to the right ankle of one of their daughters. Chris commented saying, it looks like her ankle is dislocated in that one picture. Shanann agrees and says she may need special shoes. Okay, now this is something that came from one of the Shanann Watts groups. They were all talking. This is Andrea Powers talking with these people, and she wants to know what kind of implants, and was the scar on her neck from a neck surgery or something else. Andrea is told that it's breast implants, and she had had surgery for her thyroid. Not sure if it was an autopsy or a removal. That wasn't disclosed on the closed group, but it was definitely thyroid surgery. Another lady comes in and says she was in a few groups that I'm in for numerous years, long before Thrive. And yes, she had lupus and cystitis, both of which are autoimmune disorders. So I read a little farther. I remember this when I say this. They were talking about her having breast implants. She was in a support group for breast implants, and if they start leaking and the problems they cause when they leak and all that kinds of things. But this was talk after she had passed away.
Thank you so much for watching, and do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave us a comment below on your thoughts of this video. And until next time, this is Unjustified.